Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and it's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, which means tomorrow we've got Sweetheart Miranda coming out, the other Sweetheart units getting buffed, and some +6 gear, a new sword. We're going to look at all of that, see if it's something that you're interested in pulling, and I'll give you my opinion on how those units and things fit into the game. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, though, is I didn't even realize this morning. This Vision card is a global exclusive or global first, whatever terminology you want to use. The global exclusive witch hunters, I think, have officially all gone away. So if you want to call this a global exclusive at this point, feel free. It is currently exclusive to the global version of the game. They'll give it to JP at some point. In that case, it's not, you get it. You get it anyway. Secret Party. So this card, we can't really look at the stats or anything yet, but we'll get it. They won't have it. I hope there's some special, easy way of getting it. If that's the case, I'll definitely pick it up. I think it's going to be very, very good on Sweetheart Miranda. If you're going to use her, I do think this card will be nice for her. So that's all I really have to say about that. Let's instead go ahead and start looking at the new unit herself, Valentine's Day Miranda. She's light element and cost 70. So here's a little break from that cost 100 action. This is a cost 70 unit, should be easier to pull. Sword Sorcerer is a brand new job. Grimoire Keeper, this is Lucia, Halloween Lucia's job, and she's also cost 70. And then White Mage, really interesting sub job right there. Her accessory has 4 agility on it, which automatically makes it not terrible. And then I don't hate it as a buff. It's a 2-cast buff, drops aggro by 6 and gives 30 accuracy. This can be spot useful for giving your team a little bit more accuracy if they need it, and dropping aggro, never a terrible thing for your squishy units. Master ability is slash attack resist pin 10 and acquired AP 30. She is a damage dealing unit. She's made to be a front line damage dealing unit, so she should be hard to kill, but her main job is go kill people on the enemy team. If you're a slashing unit, you do need slash attack resist penetration. You're going to get it from here, and you'll get it from her vision card if you pull that. Her dream ability, she's going to get a little bit of toughness right here with 10 slash attack resist and 10 strike resist. She'll get 10 human killer with magic attacks. She scales off of magic. That's really nice. And then one of her skills gets upgraded. We will go look at that skill here in a minute when we look at all the rest of her skills, but let's start in the support area. Okay, she has a magic buff with AP consumption down on it. Not bad, but I don't know that you'll always end up running that. Instead, her other new one, Darkness Magic Sword, makes her particularly good in anti-dark teams, HP and dark resist. So this is a unit you'll be able to stack some dark resistance on and maybe run her like really well into Sephiroth Dwayne teams, something like that. Watch out for like dark resistance debuffs, but 12 dark resist on a DPS unit that's like frontlining, I really like that a lot. Abyss of the Books, this could be more for that like specific anti-physical dark build where you get more defense, and 40 spirit pen. Don't sleep on the fact 40 spirit penetration is going to be a big deal for her. Here's 24% magic, but nullifying doom doesn't seem important. You would run this instead of this. And then Grimoire Master Secret, this is the magic buff with HP on it. I actually like this maybe more than I like this. So we'll see if she's having AP problems. You could switch back and forth, but I think some combination of Abyss of the Books, Darkness Magic Sword, or Grimoire Master Secret, that's going to be your go-to support ability lineup right there. Counter abilities, she has a really interesting one right here. Her new one, Shootout. This is a 100% chance against missile damage to reduce the damage taken by 50%. So if you find yourself fighting missile with her, you basically are going to take half damage. That's really good. That's really good. Now, it's obviously not really good against things that aren't missile, but with the way the AI works, I don't think the AI for the enemy would calculate this reaction ability into their move. I believe the AI will plan their attack based on that attack's like potential max damage. Then their reaction ability will trigger. So I do think you could bait out some missile moves with this. I could be wrong about that. I've never seen this exact kind of reaction ability before, but I believe that's how that works. If you don't want to run that, you do have a 30% chance to decrease your aggro by 1 and get 40 AoE resist. I also like this one. Or you have Regenerator. She's a magic scaling unit, so I mean that's not too bad. Okay, main job, her new job. What do we got? Well, her cheap move, her 15 AP move, actually has good range on it. A lot of these moves are short range. Hers is range 5, but it is in a straight line. When it hits, though, she will increase her damage, magic damage, by 15% for 3 turns. Wow, that's pretty powerful for a cheap move. Okay, TP moves, resist and shell. This gives shell to self for 3 turns and magic resist for 3 turns. So if up here, I felt like this was a lot more heavily like anti-physical, you do have a built-in shell and magic resist buff right here. Keep in mind, stacking more resistances on her, this is a girl who could build up her resistances pretty high. Speed and barrier. This is a group buff, reduces physical damage taken by 35% for 3 times for self, so back into that anti-physical bit, and an agility and magic buff for allies. 20% ally agility buff, very good stuff right here. And magic buff, I mean, obviously only going to be good with units like, oh, I don't know, Sylvie, Starlight Elena, Jaden, you know, all of those terrible light units floating around out there that might love a 40% magic buff from a 70 cost unit in like a cost limited situation or something like that. We're not done. Re-raise force. This is a self buff again for her. Gives her re-raise. And if she has re-raise, she gets AoE resist 15. Again, like, she's made to do damage to the enemy, but you can see all of these ways that she has of reducing her own damage taken. She's a frontline high damage bruiser. That's what she's going to do. Okay, here's a move. I can't read it. It's in Japanese, but it does get fully upgraded. Let's read the fully upgraded version. Breaks magic barriers for targets, gives her 40 more slash attack penetration, putting her at that 80 mark, which is about where you want to be. Then it's a nice long range AoE move, like it's range 4 but hits to range 5, small AoE, but it is a multi-hit move, 200% modifier with this fully upgraded version. Very powerful. You'll see this move a lot from her. Then she also has Dispel Courage, so that's great. All of her moves in her main job and her main sub job are slashing, so that's why slash attack resistance penetration will be important on her. I'm gonna try and translate this page. It's like all not translating now. Yeah, whatever. She has another 2-hit chaining move right here, and she has a disable attack. Could be powerful if you get the AI to use it. Within Grimoire Keeper, this is where you can give yourself Protect if you wanted to like try to stack her Protect and Shell. She also has defense debuff resistance and AP consumption down. I don't know that you'll use that one all the time. This just gives her access to magic type moves, in my opinion. Also the defense penetration debuff, that could be useful. I don't know. You're probably going to run White Mage most of the time for access to things like turn 2 heals in a Guild Wars. It also gives you a 100% hit backup move with the Holy, so that's pretty cool. Notice that there's no full life, so full life not in here. That's definitely something you're looking for when you see White Mage. She doesn't have that. Her limit break is a spirit debuff, light resist debuff, 200% modifier. It's only a 1-hitter, but this is the thing to me where maybe she becomes useful in like guild raid, stuff like that for PvP. Debuffing spirit, debuffing light resist, and having 2-hit moves to back that up could be a nice addition to some PvE teams. Now, she does come with a new weapon, the Candy Blade, magic version, 181 magic, crit version, 21 crit. For her, she's going to get Human Killer 10, reaction block rate 30, and AP consumption down 15. She's got a lot of decreased AP consumption built into her like kit, her weapon, all of that. Then more slash attack resist pin, so she's got plenty of that to go around. It's usable by a lot more people than just her, but for all of these other folks, it's just slash attack pin. And keep in mind, this is a magic sword, so like you're not going to throw it on Asterisks. All right, next up, we're getting buffs to our old Valentine's Day units. Now, somebody like Ildyra right here, this is all we have today on Ildyra, is just her master ability. So we got the group buff, 15% attack and AP consumption down 10. Even with that being said, you still see her played in some fire evasion teams. Here's what she's getting. She's getting reaction block rate 30. She's getting fire attack 10. She's getting single target resistance 40. Now that 40 goes away after she's been hit twice, but think about this. You combine this with a TMR buff, her TMR buff that gives her 30, you're at 70 with just a TMR buff. Then you throw a vision card on there, you're at 90. It's very feasible to think about having a Sweetheart Ildyra that is basically immune to single target damage attacks for 2 hits. Is that going to be like OP game breaking useful? I don't know, but it's cool. It's a really cool thing you can do with her, and I like cool things being added to the game. We're also getting her dream abilities, which is reaction block rate 30. Combine that with this 50, excuse me, combine that with that 30 right there. And she's at 80 reaction block rate with just her master abilities and dream abilities. Throw some runes in there. She's basically not getting reacted to. She'll get 15 crit rate, and Deadly Bind gets upgraded. Let's go look at Deadly Bind real quick. It's her job level 25 move. It is picking up this. Okay, previously it would immobilize and decrease single target resist if the target was immobilized. It will now also decrease agility by 40%, which is pretty crippling, if you immobilize. Again, this has implication in PvE as well. She's already a unit with 3-hit chaining moves built into her kit, so you use her in chaining teams. Now, if she can immobilize and agility debuff a boss, that's even more uses for her in some like PvE, guild raid sort of scenarios. Okay. Valentine's Day Salir. Note this is the JP version of her without the pants. Just something I just noticed right now. It is what it is. So Spirit Penetration 25 goes up to 35. We already had this. I'm sorry, excuse me. We already had all of this already. We are just getting her dream upgrade in global. She's getting 10 AoE resist. Very good. That makes her tankier. She's getting magic damage up 10%, so more damage. And thanking Cross Punch, her job level 25 skill is getting upgraded. It will now restore 200 CT to her when she uses it. This is, if you watch, let me give you an example. If you watch the last official PvP tournament, you saw King Bradley being used where he's like getting haste and he's giving himself all this CT back and he's just lapping everybody. One of the ways he was doing that was through his moves that restore CT. She now has one version of that. Now he has like reaction moves that do that. He was getting buffed, so it's not like she's going to be King Bradley now. I'm definitely not saying that, but it did make this skill a little bit better. So if you're a Valentine's Day Ildyra fan, there you go. Okay, next, +6 weapons. Asterisks Sword is getting +6. The attack upgrade on the attack version is like 11 attack. That's not great. The crit rate upgrade goes to 28. That's a little bit better, but you're still dealing with 145 attack. Statistic wise, I still don't love this sword. However, I do love the buff on it. Slash attack resistance penetration 20 plus 10 crit damage is very good. So it's a better sword than it was before. If you use Asterisks and this sword a lot, you'll probably +6 this anyway. Velus's book, or the ice book, or whatever you want to call it, the Forbidden Tomb Gellu Mortis. Here we go. The magic gets a big upgrade, up 34 from 170 to 204. Spirit penetration 20 still there, but now magic attack 10. So this book now makes your heals heal bigger and your attacks hit harder. Very nice upgrade, very solid book right there. And then the Tourmaline ring. Now this is a ring that you're basically running because you want jump +1. This is a very situational piece of gear for certain maps when you need to scale a little bit of terrain. What the upgrade here to the +6 is you have jump +1 for 2 turns. That's good. I did want to mention Chase is hanging out in chat. He mentioned, do you actually want to do that in all cases? I don't think so. I think you definitely want to still have a +5 version of this and a +6, because on some maps you might be counting on +1 jump for just the first turn and then like your unit running a path that they have to run on the second turn. So just something to keep in mind. +1 jump for 2 turns might not always be good, but it is a decent upgrade. The ring is still very situational. That situation just got a little bit better. All right, guys, that's the preview video for what's coming out tomorrow. If you are pulling, good luck on your pulls. I'm definitely going to look at the banners before I figure out how much pulling I want to do. What am I at, Visual wise right now? 14.3k. I'm a little bit low on the Viz. However, I didn't spend any money in the game this week because didn't like the daily purchase bonuses. I didn't even do the 99 centers. I don't know. I just didn't feel it this week. So I'm hoping next week we get some Valentine's Day shards. They might do Mind Spheres. Either one would be good for me. Would just like a nice whale bonus, honestly. 20 rainbow orbs. I think there's some people out there who might like that. I'm done ranting. Let's have a great day, everybody. I'll catch you next time. Peace.